Hello guys, this is Renzo, or known as Miles. Changed the name because, well, I just changed the name because, fuck shits and giggles. I have a special guest with me today. His name is Dagger King. He is my friend. He's another super admin on the server, and we are on Lost World Gaming, today. And today I'm going to be bringing you my first ever how to RP as an OTA character. It's pretty simple. It's generally just a more of an RP sort of task, such as what kind of weapons you should be getting for your division, such as like for me, I'm a shadow unit. I'm specialized in in explosives and stuff. And Dagger, well, I don't know exactly what Dagger is specialized in exactly, but we'll figure it out later. And just certain ranks and certain second ranks, such as CQB and Shadow, is considered as second ranks because they have specialized in certain things. But just going over that, and same thing for RP. For OTA, it's generally the same thing as a unit, except for the fact that you're half human, half robot, and pretty much is what it is that you have no feelings. You have no feelings, no sense of feeling for pain. You have no emotions, so you're pretty much just a heartless walking half human, half robot. So when you get shot, you shouldn't be feeling pain or anything like that in your RP situations. But like say if a vital part of your body gets hit, like your spine or your head, you get shot in the head, you would feel the effects of getting dizzy or being paralyzed because you got hit a certain area in the spine. But other than that, you should be taking bullets like a meat shield, and should be able to withstand anything unless you get a lot of bullets taken into you, and then obviously you would die. But other than that, your unit would not, or your soldier would not notice pain. Certain thing for roleplay, such as you should not be talking to anybody who is below the rank of DVL on CCA, and you should not be talking to citizens. In fact, for those of you who are administrators on different HO2RP servers and watch my videos, when a citizen is talking to you or trying to strike up a conversation or try to acknowledge your presence, for one, they should be shitting their pants, being that there's an OT in their presence, because OT have the freedom to kill any citizen they want, within given reason, of course. But citizens should be refraining. They should actually be like almost running away from an OT, because they know when an OT is released, shit obviously hit the fan, and that's why they're released. Same thing for units. Units should be shitting their pants pretty much when they see OTA on. They should not be talking or recognizing that an OTA is in the presence, and they should not be acknowledging them other than if they are a DVL plus. Same thing for the city administrator. The city administrator is pretty much just a propaganda puppet and has really no authority over the CCA. But the reason that the CCA and the Combine let the CA let them boss around. The CA let them. The reason why the Combine let the CA boss them around. Excuse me, trying to get words here. The Combine let the CA boss around the CCA and the OTA because they know that the CA is the propaganda puppet which recruits the citizens into the Metro Police Force, which then empowers the Combine more. So that's why they allow him to have power. In which most in case the Metro Police Force or the Combine can actually take the CA out of commission whenever they feel like it, or belay an order depending on how high the ranking unit is. And like Dagger just said, OTA should not be going on unless there is an event happening, which means it's usually an event only character. So for you administrators, you should be administrating your OTAs. You should not they should not be on their character unless an event called them in, a DVL plus called them in, the CA called them in, or pretty much shit hit the fan and the entire city is in chaos. But that's the only reason that OT should go on. They should not be going on to fight. They should not be going on to fight certain riots, but only when the rioting gets too out of control is when they call OTA in. An OTA is like it says, when I hold tab, our custom class is set as local stabilization unit instead of Overwatch transhuman arm, for the reason that OTA is only called in to stabilize certain zones and or the city because of the certain situations that go at hand. So right now, I'm going to direct you guys to a wall really quick, showing you, the certain equipment lists. You have OWS regular, which is your standard Overwatch soldier that spawns in as soon as you make a new character. For our equipment list, I'm just giving you a rough draft of what we use. For the regulars, you have all items in the salesman except you use the MP7 or the Chris Victor, which is the gun I currently have in my hand. You can use that. Let me just gonna show you really quick what's on our salesman. You have the Union lights, radios, backpacks, locks, breeches, zip ties, and you have our Chris Victor, pulse rifle, magnum, shotgun, MP7, 9mm grenades, all the ammunition. You got the health files, health kits, and all of the other depressants and pills. The reason I don't have the SMG grenade in here is because that it has a certain blast radius that tends to go through walls, killing other people instead of just in a single room. So it's kind of glitchy. So I would suggest not using it unless you have a fix for it. For OWS CQB, this is for a regular Overwatch soldier, but with the specialties of a close quarter combat unit. It says all items in the salesman except the user shotgun only. Hence the reason of close quarter battle. EOW regular, which is the regular EOW unit that's above Overwatch soldier. All in the salesman except for the use MP7s or the Chris Victor and or the AR-2 pulse rifle. Shadow, same thing as the AOW regular, except you actually get the additional grenade launcher because of of certain divisions that require certain divisions that have different specialties for OTA. The same thing as the Metro Police Force or the CCA or whatever your local civil protection team is to use. But like I said, this is server side. It's depending on whatever the server is going to be. When you go, say for example, if you were to set out in a lockdown procedures, you would use your radio commands. But another thing is that I'm trying to see if I can go back into my things. I had a couple examples. Like if you have to talk to a unit that's below the rank of DBL, or you have to speak to a citizen, just a reminder that OTA, they talk to each other through AI. The nexus is AI or artificial intelligence. So you would say like a slash me like this, like slash me speaks to the low ranking unit in a robotic vocoder, comma, almost untranslatable. And then you would say like you can speak in full-on sentences, but try to make it like where it's kind of sound sloppy to where they can't really understand you. If you would say like unit secure zone, let's say zone 4. So it's just like unit secure zone 4. You wouldn't say in a full-on sentence because you should be speaking in sort of like a robotic accent or a tone. You can use whatever RP you want, but I was just giving you guys an example. In certain stuff like that, that's only if you have to speak to a citizen or if you have to speak to a low-ranking unit. But that's pretty much like just stuff like that. Sometimes if you can use the city scanner because that's also controlled by the Nexus AI. You use the city scanner to your advantage, because they would pretty much be like more of like eyes in the sky. They would be able to tell like heat signatures through walls, and you would say dispatch, give me like last location of 647E on location sector or something of that nature. Use the city scanner to your advantage because you can use them to track locations of where the suspects last went. And just pretty much keep track of that. But the city scanner, if you were to look at, go back into my HAD RPS, the city scanner, it tells you, it gives you the basics saying that a city scanner is controlled by dispatch and it's not like a unit, so you'd be using protocols as a scanner. But that's all in my other RP video if you want to take a look at that. But pretty much, Dagger, am I missing anything important? Alright. Well, that's it, guys, for the video. It's pretty short and sweet, to the point. If you have any questions, leave a comment on the video page, or you can add me on Steam. I'll put that also in the description. But other than that, have fun on your new OTA character.